What's up, everybody, and welcome into week 6 predictions for the NFL. Justin, how are you? How's things going?
I'm doing pretty good, but my picks for last week did not do any good.
No, man, the worst week that we've
Mm.
both had. And man, you got the big old goose egg. 0 and 5. I went 1 and 4 just because how lucky did I, let's just say, how lucky did I get with that Texans? Like, I thought it was going to be a close game, but here it was a blowout. I mean, they pretty much destroyed the Ravens.
That was a good call though for you, like that it was even though Lamar wasn't going to be there, I still thought, and I think many people thought that the Ravens were just they were gonna make it happen. They're talented enough. But yeah, I mean, I think what they end up putting 40 on them, 44,
I,
something
I
like
think
that.
I think it was that bad. It was that bad.
I did not see that coming.
No.
But hey, man, I mean, I think it was like our first video we did together. I went 5-0.
Yeah.
And then the second week, I said, could easily go 0-5.
Mhm.
And here we are. So I'm hoping to redeem myself this week.
Hey, that all you can do is look up from here, right? I mean,
That's right. Rock bottom.
rock bottom, moving up. Uh, so yeah, I guess let's just jump into it. So our first game, it's already up there on the screen. We have the Broncos versus the Jets. The Jets are coming off of a road, not the Jets. The Broncos are coming off of a road victory against the Eagles, 21-17, which I was kind of surprised for the Eagles to lose there at home. And then the Jets are coming off of a loss there at home against the Dallas Cowboys, 37-22. The Denver Broncos are 3-2 on the season. The Jets are 0-5. What's your take on this one?
So as you just mentioned, yes, very impressive win for Denver over Philadelphia. I don't think I actually maybe it was last week. I think we said what match we thought was going to be the best matchup of the week.
Hmm.
And here it wasn't one that we had picked. We didn't pick Denver
No.
and Philadelphia, but that's what we both said that we thought that was going to be a good game. Denver's defense, man, they've been pretty good all season.
Hmm.
And you look at the other side of this game, the New York Jets, terrible defense, terrible. The Jets can't tackle,
Yeah.
and they're all around. The team is brutal. I mean, they're still winless. I don't know what it's going to take there in New York to get this team going. Uh, but to me, I think they continue to be winless this week as well.
Yeah. I mean, even with Denver going on the road, right? They're on the road for this one.
Yes.
I
Yep.
I just don't see it happening. The sports books are like giving the Jets points even at home. People were picking the Broncos. My win probability is heavily in favor of the Broncos to win this one on the road. And yeah, I don't know if there's really much to talk about this game because the Jets are just that bad. The Broncos, uh, Nix is playing pretty good. Over 1,000 yards passing, 8 touchdowns, 4 interceptions on the season, and then Dobbs has 402 rushing yards with 4 touchdowns for the Broncos. So their offense isn't doing bad either, but I mean, really, their their defense is the one to really talk about for the
Mhm.
Broncos.
And I think that's really how it was last year too. I mean, they had a solid defense. I do like what Nix is doing, and of course, there's a lot of times, man, I forget that Sean Payton is the coach there in
Mm,
Denver.
and he,
And yes, I mean, he's gonna. Sean Payton's a heck of a coach, man. I
mhm,
mean,
I
look,
agree.
think of his times there in New Orleans, but yeah, I the Jets are just man, the Jets have been in such a I don't even know what you want to call it, a hole or a no man's land. I don't. They have been there for so long now. It feels like the only thing, the last time I can think of success for the Jets
That's
is when they made it to the AFC Championship against the Steelers in like 2009, 2010.
yeah. I was gonna say it's been a
So
while.
yeah, and I think could be totally wrong on this, but I think that was Mark Sanchez's, rookie season.
I knew it was Mark. I
Um,
know it's Mark Sanchez, but I can't remember if it was his rookie year or not. All we
yeah,
remember
he's
him
in the
for.
news this week
Yeah,
too.
a big. Isn't that crazy? Isn't that wild?
Uh,
Man does a
but
butt
he's in the
fumble.
news.
Dude,
I
he beat
know.
up like a 69-year-old man. Like the
Good
guy was
lord.
old. Come on now.
God. Um, but yeah, that's the last time I can actually remember the Jets being relevant. And I'm not trying to be harsh or mean to Jets fans, but they got problems, man. They've got a lot of issues they need to figure out, and unfortunately for them, they don't figure it out this week.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, also before we give our score predictions here, most of their games have been not terrible. They've actually been fairly close.
Mhm.
Dallas was a pretty big one, 37-22, but at Miami, they only lost by 6. Tampa Bay, at Tampa Bay, they lost by 2. Buffalo, they did lose pretty bad, but then against the Steelers, they only lost by 2. So their losses aren't terrible. So it's just like they need that one piece to maybe like flip something on. But I'm with you. I don't think that they're going to get a win here. Broncos are too good unless it's one of those situations that we have seen. I mean, this season has been wild. I mean, our predictions last week pretty wild that I went 1-4, 0-5 because some of those teams we expected to easily win those games and they didn't. So maybe this could be
Mhm.
one of those things, but I think Broncos go on the road and I'm going to say 27-17.
Okay. I'm going Broncos winning this game 24-10.
Okay, so they're only getting 10 from you.
Yeah.
17, I mean, it's just one more touchdown. So,
Mhm.
but yeah, I don't think it's one of those things. I don't think it's even going to be a good game. That's what I'm going to say. All right, so moving on, we have Seattle Seahawks. Glad that I got it right this week. Against the
I saw.
Jacksonville Jaguars. And, you know, I'm very surprised with the Jacksonville Jaguars, just like you were last week. Now this week, definitely can't believe where they are coming off of a victory against Kansas City Chiefs 31-28. And then the Seahawks are coming off of a loss to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. We both thought that the Buccaneers would beat them, and they lose 38-35. What do you have to say about this one?
So, yes, Jacksonville, I did not get to watch the entire game. I did check the score though, and at one point, man, they were down 14 to nothing against the Chiefs, and they crawled out of that hole. Um, I mean, I got you got to give them props, man. I mean, Kansas City, I understand Kansas City has not looked like the Kansas City that we've known.
Mm-hmm.
There's some flashes here and there, but still, like to be able to put that on your belt that you beat the Kansas City Chiefs. That's pretty good, man. And I always put the side note. I loved their jerseys, the Jacksonville Jaguars, those throwbacks,
Mm-hmm.
man. I loved them. I loved them.
Those
They
are
need to
nice.
stick with
They,
those.
they need to stick with them.
Um, Seattle, though, they ended up, like you said, they lost to Tampa in a very close game, very good game. Seattle's pretty good at stopping the run so far this season,
Mm-hmm.
but Jacksonville showed on Monday that they have enough talent to move the ball anywhere they like or any way they like.
Yeah.
Seahawks, falling short against Tampa. I think they fall short again this week in Jacksonville. I'm going to go with the Jaguars here.
You're going to go with the Jaguars here. So some stats here. So Seattle did let Baker Mayfield throw for 379 yards and 2 touchdowns.
Hmm.
So if Trevor Lawrence, you know, Trevor Lawrence isn't Baker Mayfield. We'll just say that. But, if he can get throwing and Seattle let, Tampa Bay and them do that to them, I mean, and Jacksonville are at home. And man, you called it that one section. Speaking of which, you called it that one section of fans was all Kansas City. And you said it,
Uh,
man, they'd show up. Now, do you think that that's going to happen here? Do you think that now that Jacksonville are 4-1 on the season, 3-0 at home, you think that their fans are going to show up?
I mean, I think with yeah, anytime there's success, I mean, heck, I hear it all the time about the Titans games. There was the 2008 season where the Titans started off. I think it was 10-0 or 11-0, something like that. Uh, Everybody was showing up for the game.
Hmm.
I mean, even the country stars, Tim McGraw was coming, and but the second they went into the next year and they started 0-6, Tim McGraw was nowhere to be found.
Yeah, yeah.
So where there's success, you're gonna have people showing up. So yes, I think as if the Jaguars can keep this up and keep racking up the wins, I do. I think that they're. I mean, don't get me wrong. There were a lot of fans there.
Hmm.
There were a good bit of people there supporting the Jaguars, but the Chiefs fans, they travel well.
Yeah, they do. They do. So my take on it, it's a little bit more, Travis Lawrence did throw for 320, not 300, 221 yards against the Chiefs. And I feel like the Chiefs defense is usually pretty good too. Now, I think Seattle's is a little bit better. This one, and I thought that we were going to disagree on this one. I really thought, that you were going to go with Seattle on the road because they lost to Tampa Bay, and to come back, I really thought maybe you would go with Seattle, but I'm with you. I'm going to go with the Jaguars to win this one. I just think with them being at home, they're 3-0, and yes, maybe this is just a fluke for the Jaguars, but maybe they have it together, and I'm going to go with them here. I'm going to go with them too, and I actually think that they're going to win this game. I think it's going to be a close one, and I think that they're going to win this one 24-21 over the Seahawks.
What I've noticed with the Jaguars is they when I watch them play, I kind of I feel a connection by just watching this team on the sidelines with their coach.
Mhm.
It just feels like they have that bond. And as long, man, as if that's all they need to keep winning, I think they can do it. I think this is going to be a close game. And it's one of those ones, like we always say, could go either
It
way.
really could.
You
It
know.
really could.
Now I don't. The game we just picked, I don't feel that, but this one I do. I feel that. So I'm going to go with the Jaguars winning here, 24-20.
Okay, so we were very similar on that one because I was 24-21. But yeah, I think like you, if they're, hey, I'm here for it. It's always nice
Mhm.
to see. I hate to see. I was kind of cheering for the Ravens. I wanted them to do well this season and everything. But like, it is nice to see some of these other teams start out this season that we're not used to. Like, I feel like the Bucks were pretty good last year, but like the way that they're playing right now is really good. You got the Jaguars playing pretty good, so it's nice to see these teams that usually don't perform this well performing this well.
Yeah, even the Colts. I
Yeah,
mean,
Colts too. Yep.
Daniel Jones, like he's one of the most shocking quarterbacks this season to me. When he was with New York, man, he was dead in the water. I
Yeah.
mean, I don't know. It's a lot of things can change. We are still early on in the season. Um, as you mentioned, the Ravens, they're 1-4,
Yeah. Yeah.
and that's another hole to kind of dig yourself out of. But
I mean, we've seen
they
it.
get Lamar back. We'll see. Yeah, and same with Jaguars and the Colts. They both seem to be up at the top of the AFC South right now. But and a lot can happen. We'll see.
Yeah.
We'll see.
That's for sure. All right. So for our next game, we have San Francisco 49ers versus the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. 49ers are coming off of a victory in overtime against the Rams 26-23, where the Bucks are coming off of that win on the road in Seattle 38-35. Right now it's very close. The odds are very close. Even people's predictions are pretty close. What are you thinking about this one?
So I know I went 0-5 last week. We already covered that.
Mhm.
But out of all of those games that we picked last week, okay, I only regret one choice, and that's picking against Baker Mayfield.
Yeah.
I'm not doing that again this week.
You're not you're not doing it
I'm
again
not
this week, huh?
I'm not doing it, man. Baker is playing great football.
Mhm.
And, I dare to say that he's top 3 in quarterback play over these first 5 weeks
Uh,
that we've seen.
I mean, I could see that.
This Tampa offense against this Niners defense, Baker's gonna have another day. I really do. I really think it. I'm not picking against him this week. I'm going Buccaneers over 49ers.
Okay, okay. I like that, and I like where you hey, Baker Mayfield right now, uh, 1,200 yards, 1,283 yards,
Mhm.
10 touchdowns, and an interception. 1 interception. Dude's killing it. I mean, he's on fire right now. On the other side, the 49ers do have a good bit of injuries, and
Mhm.
what's funny is like Pat McAfee even talked about the injuries for the 49ers last week and saying like, "Oh no, they wouldn't win." And here they got the job done. But I'm with you. I believe I also picked against the Bucks, and we have talked about Baker Mayfield since episode 1 pretty much,
Yeah.
and how good he is. And here we picked against him, and he was like, "Here, take this, guys," like
Yeah.
because he knows who we are. Uh,
Yeah. Did you see him trash talking the
I
fans?
loved it. I
Did you see
loved
that
it.
clip?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I did. I know that he probably shouldn't do that, and other people probably look down on that, but you know,
He backed it up,
he
man.
did. He went out and won the game. So,
Yep.
but yeah, I think with everything, I'm going to go with the Bucks too. That's who I have. My big thing is with some of my different things that I do. The win probability is 82% in favor of the Bucks there at home, and I don't feel like I could go against that. And again, like you said, Baker Mayfield, uh, doing work right now, and they don't have too many injuries. Irving, their running back, is questionable. He's their leading rusher right now, but with only
Mhm.
237 yards on the season through 5 games, so not that big of a deal. I think that the Buccaneers should have no problem, and I'm going to say that the Buccaneers do. I think they're going to put up over 30 again. Uh,
Okay. Wow. All right.
I think that they're going to win this game 31-21 there at home.
We're not too far off because I went with the Buccaneers winning this game 27-17.
Okay. So a 10, both of us going with a 10-point gap there,
Yep.
which again, it could be that. It's also one of those things I feel like it could even be closer, but I really do. I think in any aspect, I think the Bucks get it done. I mean, I really don't see the 49ers being able to go there and win, even though they are 3-0 on the road this season. So that's also a stat to throw out there.
Mhm.
All right, so I think we moving on to Sunday night, or yeah, Sunday night. We have Detroit Lions versus the Kansas City Chiefs. The Lions looking pretty good right now. 4-1 on the season, 2-1 on the road. The Kansas City Chiefs 2-3 on the season, 1-1 there at home. The Lions are coming off of a pretty easy victory against the great Cincinnati Bengals, 37-24, with the Kansas City Chiefs losing to the Jags on the road, 31-28. What are you thinking in this matchup?
So this is I already know I already spoke that I thought the Lions and the Ravens would be Super Bowl.
The Super Bowl
They're
matchup.
yes, it can still happen. Okay. Um, However, this would be another prediction that some people might say could be the Super Bowl matchup, the
Yep.
Chiefs and the Lions. Um, the Chiefs, I don't want to take anything away from Jacksonville for beating them,
Yeah,
but the Chiefs blew that game. I mean,
they did.
yes, the 99-yard pick six hurt. But with under 2 minutes to go, the Chiefs took the lead.
Hmm.
it was what they did in those 2 minutes that it's just it was not the Kansas City Chiefs. They kicked the ball off out of bounds, so now the Jaguars got the ball on the 40-yard line, okay? So you've cut the field for them. Uh, the pass interference calls, there were many mistakes in that final minute, and I know I've been rough on Travis Kelce over the past few weeks, but he showed improvement in that Jaguars game. And it just depends, man. The Lions are good. I think nobody stands out. I think they are the top NFC team.
Okay. Even over the
E
Eagles?
some would
Okay.
say yes, the Eagles would be up there as well, um, which I still don't think we've seen the best of the Eagles yet. I think,
That's kind of scary.
that yes, it really is. Um, but it just depends which Chiefs team shows up this week.
Hmm.
Is it the team that handled the Ravens pretty well, or is it the team we saw on Monday night, which is it's okay, but man, they missed the mistakes. So with that, I'm gonna trust the Lions more than I trust the Chiefs,
Man,
and I'm gonna go with Detroit.
really? You're going to go with Detroit on the road in Kansas City?
Yeah, this could be a really good game though. Don't get
I
me wrong. I don't see this being a blowout either way. I just think that uh, the Chiefs, man, just I don't know. It's clicking, but then it's not. It's like it starts and then it stops. And the Lions, they're not having that issue as of right now. So I got to go with them.
see now my thing here with the Lions. Yes, they are 4-1 on the season. Their loss was at Green Bay, which Green Bay we thought were going to be very dominant, but I feel like they've kind of not been.
Slipped, yeah.
Yeah, they've kind of slipped a little bit. But listen to the line. So they bounce back in week 2, beating the Bears 52-21. So that one stands out. Okay. But here's who they played against the last 3 games that they've played. A not so good Baltimore. They beat them on the road
Mhm.
38-30. They played at home against the freaking Browns. And then they played on the road to the greatest team of all time, Cincinnati Bengals, with the best quarterback in the league. And they beat them. So my worry is they really, other than I think the Bears are pretty decent and the Packers, those other 3 teams are not that great. So that is I'm very very weary of picking the Lions in this one because the Chiefs are at home. Are we? They have already lost 2 in a row at one point in time in this season, and that is just something that the Chiefs don't really do that often, especially in the Pat Mahomes era and the Andy Reid era. Maybe it has happened a handful. I just don't feel like that is something you see too much. Uh, we know that the Jaguars are good, and at the same time, the only 2 teams that they have beaten were the Ravens and the Giants.
Mm.
So I went back and forth on this one. A lot of people, so the sports books are giving the Lions a 2.5 point lead. And a lot of people are saying the Kansas City Chiefs. But I'm going to agree with you. I think the Detroit Lions,
Oh,
I think the Detroit Lions are going to go in there and beat. It really does, like you said, it really depends on what Kansas City Chiefs team shows up. And I still think that they're trying to get it together. I just don't feel like they've
yeah.
gotten it all the way together. So for me, I think the Detroit Lions are going to win, I'll say like 28-24.
Okay. I'll tell you, you swerved me there. I
Oh,
didn't think you were going.
I caught you off guard, didn't I?
I thought you were gonna say Chiefs by a million or something, but I I do. I think, man, I just love what they've got going on there in Detroit. Dan Campbell as their head coach, man. You and I were talking off the show this past week, when the Patriots beat the Bills. Like that was a game that shocked us. We didn't expect
Mhm.
that to happen. And how I said that as a Titans fan, I miss the style of football that Mike Vrabel brought to the Titans. Dan Campbell is that type of coach.
Hmm.
He is the same type. I would love to have a Dan Campbell as the Titans head coach. And I don't know, man. We went from for years and years. And I know like the Jets, we keep talking about how they're in like this whole no man's land, whatever
Yeah,
you want to call it. So were the Lions for many years.
for a very long time, it feels like.
And they have found a way to climb out of it. And not only climb out of it, but they are at the top of the NFC. Uh the for the AFC, the Chiefs have been there for a while. But yeah, man, this year, I don't know what it is. I don't know what's going on there. And who knows? Like I said, this could be a Super Bowl matchup. The
It
Chiefs could
could.
end up there still. I mean, anything when it comes to the playoffs, that's all you got to do. You got to make it.
Yep,
You
that's all.
make
Yep.
it,
And
then
then
it's just game by game.
play the best football of your life. That's all you
Yes.
have to do.
So, and the Chiefs, man, they're the Chiefs.
Yeah.
There's really no other way to say it. They've done, if anyone can figure it out, they can.
Yeah.
But for this game, even though it's in Kansas City, which is a very tough place to play,
Yep.
those fans show out, they're loud. Um, I still, ooh, I'm going to go Detroit, but I feel like this very well could be a game that could bite us.
Yeah. I agree. What your
But for
which
my pick, I'm going to go pretty high score here. Well, I guess high score 34-31
Oh, okay. So
Detroit.
yeah, that is kind of
Yeah.
high, but I like it because I think both of these teams have the capability of doing that. Like I
Yes.
really do. So that's gonna yeah, I think this one is one I really thought that this was another one I thought we were going to disagree on, and here we end up going with the same thing because we do not.
No.
Whenever I give him the games that we are going to discuss on the show, we do not talk about it. And so I can't believe we're picking all the same ones again this week. But maybe, just maybe, will be different in this next matchup, and that is the Buffalo Bills versus the Atlanta Falcons. Buffalo Bills. See, you were talking about that last game potentially being a Super Bowl. I think my early prediction for the Super Bowl is going to be the Lions versus the Bills.
Okay.
I think that could potentially be the Super Bowl. But right now, Buffalo Bills 4-1 on the season, 1-0 on the road. Atlanta Falcons 2-2 on the season, 1-1 there at home. The Bills are coming off of a loss there at home, 23-20 to a pretty good Patriots team. Atlanta Falcons go play at home and win 34-27 over the Commanders. What's your take on this one?
I like that pick for the Super Bowl. I know, yeah, these are early Super Bowl picks. Once we get midway of the season, we'll revisit those.
Mm-hmm.
But I think even though they're 4-1, Buffalo,
Mm-hmm.
just like the Eagles, like I said, I still don't think we've seen the best of the Bills this season.
Me either. Yeah.
4-1, heck, that's great, but I still think there's something in there that we're not seeing, and that could be dangerous. The loss to New England at home was a shocker. I would you ask me if you would ask me that game over and over and over again, I'm always going to pick the Bills
Mm-hmm.
over the Patriots. So that was a shocker to me. Buffalo on the road here. This is an up and coming Atlanta team,
Okay.
and I I believe they have enough talent in Atlanta to upset the Bills,
Mm.
but I can't find it within me to pick against Josh Allen and the Buffalo Bills.
Even with the
Um,
Falcons being at home,
no,
you can't go
no,
against them.
no, and you'll have to let me. Are they the Bills have to be favorites here, right? Even though it's a home game for Atlanta.
Yes. So according to ESPN, bet their sports book, Buffalo Bills. Yeah, Atlanta is starting with a 4.5 point lead, and then also the predictions. The predictor is saying 62% in favor of the Bills to go on the road and win this one.
It's going to be closer than some may think, but I'm going to go with the Bills.
Okay. So Yeah, I mean Josh Allen, and again, I think we talked about, maybe not last week, the week before, we talked about like they actually have a running game, a little bit of a running game, and
Hmm.
Cook does have 450 yards, which I believe is one of the highest that I have seen in the games that we're doing. He's one of the highest ones, but it looks like the Falcons also have a pretty good run game. Also, this one, I feel like this could be one of those games that the whole, like, Atlanta does come out with a win. I could see it. They come off of a victory against the Commanders. Did Daniels play? I can't remember. Did he play? Did he end up
Yeah,
playing? I
yeah.
thought he did. But the Falcons, win that, but then they lost to the Panthers 30-0 the game before that. It's hard for me to go with them because I like what Josh Allen and them are doing. He has 9 touchdowns, 2 interceptions on the season with 1,200 yards throwing. And the defense not doing bad. They're not doing terrible. They are, I would say, they're probably allowing about 20 points a game. I went back and forth on it, but I'm going with you. It's hard for me. I really kind of want to pick the Falcons just because I feel like this is one of those games, but I'm going to go with Bills, and I think that the Bills are going to win this. I'm going to go 34-28.
Okay. For me, I will go Buffalo 30 to the Falcons 21.
Okay, okay. So it's still kind of a high scoring game. I mean, they are there. The Bills are averaging, other than last game, so they only put up 20 against the Patriots. And the 3 games before that, it was 31, 31, 30, and then against the Ravens they put up 41. So these guys are putting up points, where the Falcons just, yes, they put up 34 against the Commander. It's just one of those things. It's like they're very inconsistent because it was like they put up 34, then 0, 22, 20, and then 13. And it's like, are you like, what? You getting this like a little bit of a rhythm for one game and then you fall off. So, and according to how their stuff goes, this is going to be a loss for them. I mean, just from how their record is and how they're performing. But the Bills, everything that I have, it's all pointing to the Bills. And like you said, we can't go against the Bills, but I do. I have this like gut feeling, and maybe I should just go with my gut and say the Falcons win, but I'm going to stick with it, and I think the Bills take it. So that moves us into our final game. So that was the first one of Monday night. So we got 2 Monday night games, and our second one is the Chicago Bears versus the Washington Commanders. Bears this season 2-2 on the 2-2 and 1-1 on the road, and the Commanders are 3 wins, 2 losses, and they're 2-0 there at home. The Bears are coming off of a victory against the Raiders 25-24, and then the Commanders are coming off of a road victory against the Chargers 27-10, which, yeah, because Daniels was back for this one. So
Hmm.
yeah, I think the Bears are quietly good, but at the same time, I also feel like the Commanders are quietly good right now. What is your take?
Well, that's right. I don't know if the Commanders are good. Uh, we haven't really seen them beat anyone real good. I mean, yes, they lost to Green Bay earlier this year, and yes, they beat the Chargers last week, but the Chargers seem to be falling apart due to injuries right
Mm-hmm.
now. So I'm not. I, I don't know. It's really hard to tell. Same with the Bears, but the Bears are coming off of a bye week.
Yep.
Okay, I'm pretty sure they won 2 in a row, and then
Yep.
when it comes to a bye week, it could go either way. Sometimes that bye week can help the team out, and sometimes it could slow the momentum. And I tend to feel as if it slows momentum
Yeah.
down more than actually helps a team out.
Especially if you are
Uh,
like going, like you're currently on like a 2 game winning streak. If
yes,
you're winning games and then you all of a sudden you have that week off, like, yes, like you want to stay in that groove, and that is a
yeah,
disruption to it.
because if you're on a losing streak or something, you can use it as a reset point.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and but yeah, when you're winning, like you're like, oh man, here comes that bye week. Kind of wish that it was a little later, but um, I don't know. I truly think this game is 50-50. I think this for me, you could say the Lions and the Chiefs as well, but I think this one was a much harder decision.
Mhm.
Uh, I could play it safe and go with the home team and just pick the Commanders here, but man, I think I'm going with
Yeah,
Chicago,
yeah.
baby.
You're going with the
I
Bears, huh?
I'm gonna risk it. I'm gonna say the Chicago Bears pull this game off in a tight matchup,
Okay, okay.
23-20.
Whoa, that is a close one. So Daniels did throw for 231 yards and a touchdown against the Chargers, but like you said, they the Chargers are down bad right now, and
Yeah.
but the Bears, like you said, two game winning streak. They opened up the season um, losing to the Vikings and Detroit, which Detroit is a good team, and they got slaughtered by Detroit. Um, but then the two teams that they beat aren't that great, in my opinion, and that is Dallas and the Vikings. Not the Vikings. I saw the V on Las Vegas and said Vikings.
Yeah.
The Raiders. So they beat them, and now they're traveling. They did have that bye, and I'm very weary about that. And in their last game, I mean, Caleb Williams, he's playing pretty well. 927 yards, 8 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. But again, like these teams, I kind of hate the fact that in modern football, there's no running. There's no run game.
Yeah.
I kind of hate that. Like I miss the eras of like Jerome Bettis, those big guys.
Mhm.
And like I know we have Derrick Henry, but man, he's kind of fallen off this season. And I even felt like he
Yeah.
kind of fell off last year. People can come at me for it, but I feel like he kind of fell off even last year. And I understand he's getting older. The longevity of a running back isn't the same as a quarterback or a wide receiver, So maybe he is on his downtrend, but I just hate the fact that there's no running anymore. I wish that we were seeing multiple guys going for almost 2,000 a season. But anyway, I like this Bears team. Don't get me wrong. I like Daniels too. I like Daniels for the Commanders. Loved what he did last season with the Commanders. But I actually like this Bears team. I like Caleb Williams. I like what Swift is doing, even with only 187 yards on the season running. And I, again, really thought that we were going to go opposite in this one. I thought that you were going to take the
No.
Commanders, not just to take it the easy way out. And
Yeah.
this was a gamble. I mean, this is a gamble pick because the Bears are given 4.5 points. 66% of the predictor is saying Washington's going to win this at home. Multiple things of mine. The win probability at 87% in favor of the Commanders. But here both of us are going against it. And I can't remember what you said for the score line. You said it's going to be very close. I think it's also going to be close. But I got a feeling that we're going to see potentially a lower scoring game in this one. And I'm going to
Okay.
say it's going to be close also. I think the Bears are going to win 17-14 on a last
Okay.
second, like a last second. Well, it would be a last second. Yeah, last second field goal. I don't know why I
Field
thought.
goal.
Yeah, yeah, it's going to be one of those things like they win it at the horn.
Yeah, and that's what I went. I went a 3-point win with the Bears winning 23-20. But before we move on from that, like you mentioned the running backs.
Hmm.
Okay. And I totally agree. Like it is such a quarterback driven league nowadays. And standing in the pocket and taking, I mean, even outside of Lamar Jackson, I feel like we really don't even see quarterbacks running that often anymore. Um, and I know it's probably not smart,
Yeah, yeah,
if you
because
want
they're
to try
paying
to,
so
I mean,
much
look at
money.
Lamar.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, he's out right now and they're feeling that. But, you know, I just I think about, even I couldn't use the Titans for example because I'm a fan of them, but the Titans have been so rich in their history with running backs.
Mhm.
I mean, before my time, but like the Earl Campbell days with Houston and for the Oilers, and then the Titans had Eddie George. Love Eddie George. Chris Johnson. A lot of people forget how good Chris Johnson was because Derrick Henry followed not long after.
Mhm.
But man, I saw some Chris Johnson highlights the other day, and I was like, my goodness, man, I forgot like how fast this guy was.
It was
And
fast.
yeah, I mean, you take a Chris Johnson type of running back and then a Derrick Henry. Derrick Henry's more of that older style
Mhm.
that, Earl Campbell or a Barry Sanders or an OJ Simpson or like those guys, who are like mowing people over, where Chris Johnson's juking you and getting in between the cracks and slipping through people. And I miss it too. I
Yeah.
really do. And I mean, we don't see it enough anymore. And it's a shame, but
Yeah.
it is what it is.
Now, that is it for our predictions for the video. But I do have it pulled up here. What is your thoughts on the Titans this week
No.
against the Raiders? I have to ask about your favorite team here,
Oh,
man.
so we got to win.
Hmm.
Okay, might be the only one, but we ain't. We're not going 0-17. All right, but um, still a lot of issues, man, with this team. Still a lot. I mean, if you go back and watch the highlights from that game, uh, Cam Ward really woke up in that fourth quarter. Like he became the guy that the Titans wanted to draft. I mean, he looked like Miami Hurricanes Cam Ward. Um, he and Ridley have a really good connection together. I saw this stat the other day that Ridley has more receiving yards than AJ Brown this year. Okay,
Oh, you
now
gotta
that's
like you
that's
like that. You
wild.
like
I
that.
like that though. I do miss AJ,
I
but
know.
no, it just that game. I don't want to take anything away. A win is a win,
Yeah, yeah,
all right.
absolutely.
But that win was packaged up real nice, put a bow on it, and handed to us. All
Yeah.
right. We had the I don't know if you got to see where I don't even know who it was for Arizona. Literally broke away, rushing touchdown, and he dropped the ball right before he crossed the goal line.
I
People are still doing that.
yeah, and which is isn't that mind blowing? You get paid
Yeah.
millions. I don't know if that guy does, but you get paid millions of dollars to play football. And I agree. I don't know if you have seen um, some of the stuff that come out. People are saying like these teams need to put in their contracts, like if these guys do that kind of stuff where they let it go right at like the one, they're immediately fined $1 million. Like I think so too. Like put that like you're going to make sure that you're in the end zone, but also with that, did you see where their head coach got fined? The team fined the head coach for getting in his face after he did that and he was
No,
on the sideline. From
no.
what I saw, so I need to go back and double check to make sure.
Hmm.
But yes, I believe that he got fined. The head coach got fined for getting in that player's face for dropping the ball. What do you mean you're finding? Like, are we really that soft? Like, is the NFL even becoming that soft?
It's crazy that
Like,
even the coach is coaching in that moment, and
exactly.
it's like a
If
complete shame that that even has to be coached. Okay.
100% at a professional level, you're dropping the ball at the
Yes.
one. Like, dude,
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
holding that thing. If I have that opportunity, I'm holding that thing all the way till I get to the bench.
I mean, Sneed followed him all the way to the end zone. Great hustle by Sneed,
Mhm.
but they were trying at first. They're thinking, "Oh, did Sneed pop it loose? Did he No, he
No,
didn't."
just
And you
dropped it.
watch the replay that he dropped it. And so there was that had happened in that game. I think I sent you the clip where it was the fumbled snap where it hits Kyler Murray in the face.
Yes,
The
and
the
he's
ball
too
gets snapped,
short.
and those are two possible scoring drives that would have put in this game out of reach for the Titans.
Mhm.
Uh, then our one touchdown, Cam Ward throws the ball, it gets tipped, it's intercepted. On the interception, the Arizona player fumbles it, rolls into the end zone, and the Titans end up with
With
a
it.
touchdown. This game was literally handed to the Titans. Like I said, I'll take it, but man, it's still an issue. Now I know we got well, there's a lot of issues, but I know we've got the Raiders this week. Um, did you see where Geno Smith has like thrown the most interceptions for all quarterbacks this year.
No, has he really? That sucks. I don't wanna hear that.
Yeah.
Come on
Yeah,
now.
man. And but I don't think it's gonna matter. I think Gino's gonna have a good game against the Titans. I don't see us winning. I really don't, man. I unless once again it's packaged up real nice, bow on top and handed to us. I just man, it's nothing is going to change until Titans ownership make some changes.
Yeah,
Um I mean I did like to see the Titans get in, the win column, but
but you want
I
this
don't know.
coach gone. You want him
Yeah,
gone.
and I think out of everything that came out of that win, um, I hate that it kind of delays Brian Callahan's firing, but I think it did well for Cam Ward and like he got his first NFL win, and I'm sure he feels great about that. The great
Oh,
fourth
yeah.
quarter performance. So I at least like that much for him.
And that's something to build on. Like, I mean,
Yeah.
that is such a confidence booster, and especially in a rookie quarterback. Like that's exciting. That's exciting to see for the Titans. And also, I did look it up. The coach did get fined $100,000 for his running back thing. But what it's saying is, um, from his rant on the side, he continued as he was walking away from the player. It appeared he
Mhm.
made contact with the running back's right arm, and that's why they fined him. Dude, if we're getting this soft, and these players and these owners and stuff can't allow a coach to like, this is a full contact sport, like full
Yeah.
contact sport. I have been screamed at in my face as a child, pretty much in high school, early high school. These coaches get in your face. Like, please don't tell me we're getting this soft. Please don't
I
tell me we're
didn't
getting this soft.
I didn't play football until I got into high school.
Hmm.
And the first time that I got corrected, I got grabbed by the face mask, and I couldn't even believe that it happened.
Hmm.
But, yes, you have those moments, and it sucks getting yelled at, and it sucks to make mistakes, but I also and at that time, had a coach that, um, when I went out and did something good, it meant a lot to me
Hmm.
whenever he were to tell me that I did good because he did both. He corrected me when I did wrong, and he complimented me when I did good. And it's I mean, it's respect thing. Like this guy, this coach, he doesn't,
Yeah, he
it's
respects
not
that
out
play.
of
Yeah.
yes, it's not anything. Did you also see though where Jerry Jones got fined for flipping off the crowd?
Yes, I did see that. I did see that. Uh, but before we talk about that, to go back to the Titans, it's
Yeah,
so funny because they ended up winning. And
yeah,
whenever I saw that, I was so surprised that they won because you were literally sending me Snapchats when it was like 20, I think it was 21-12 or something like
yeah,
that. And you're like, dude, this team has got awful. You're like, we are
dude, it
so
was
bad. He's like, there's so much that needs to be changed. And I'm like, man, they're going to lose again. And then here
yeah.
later, I see like the Titans came back. I was so pumped for you guys. But like you said, like, yes, they pretty much wrapped it up for you guys. I think that, I do think that you need a coach's change. Like, yes, this is what his fourth win now, and he's like 4-18 or something like that now.
Yeah, it's
What
like
we were
no
talking
matter
about it last week, like you got to do better. But I love that for Cam Ward. I love that he came back, and that should show the Titans fan base and everything, like he can bring your team back in the fourth quarter if need be, and he's doing it as
yeah.
a rookie. Again, it's against the Arizona Cardinals. We really don't know how I feel about the Cardinals this year, but a win's a win. That victory for him, as a rookie, like I think this is good, good for Cam.
And I don't know if you remember or not, like it was a few years back, but there were like all these different memes about how Kyler Murray plays Call of Duty. And I saw everyone was like, well, the Call of Duty beta was out this week. No wonder Kyler Murray couldn't get it together.
Yeah,
And
well, I mean,
but something had happened years ago. I can't remember what it was. I don't know if something happened with a practice or they found out he was playing Call of Duty, or something.
Oh
People
my
got in a
gosh.
chat with him, but like, or something about he was taking his Call of Duty gaming more serious than his,
NFL
professional
career.
NFL career. But I can't remember what it was. It's been a few years, but yeah, man, I don't really know about Arizona myself. I think they are also in desperate need of something different to happen, and I think it's time for them. I would say I think it's time to move on from Kyler.
I was thinking the same thing. Like he he's spent his time in the league. He has done fairly well for the
Yeah.
Cardinals, like fairly well, not
Hmm.
nothing major or spectacular. So yeah, I think I'm with you. I think it's time for them to move on from him and try to bring in something else, get something else, because it's not working. And I mean, to be honest, I feel that way about the Dolphins and Tua.
Tua,
I
yeah.
think, I've liked Tua. I have tried to be positive as I say that he has 10 touchdowns and 4 interceptions on the season, which isn't terrible. But yeah, I don't think he's the answer either. So,
Yeah, I mean, but no, to end it, I'll just say that I don't think I would not, if we were picking Titans Raiders this week, I would not pick the Titans.
mhm,
I will say it is away. It's the Titans are playing. I think it's at 4:05 this week.
mhm.
Gino has been struggling, but man, I don't know. I've watched this team enough, and I think the Titans are going to struggle more. I would love nothing more but to go in and handle Las Vegas.
Yeah,
Once again, it's great for Cam and Calvin Ridley. I like Ridley. I think he and Cam really could have. That's the connection.
you could
That's the
do it
connection.
there.
But Ridley's had some drops this year, man.
Oh, really?
So
I mean,
yeah,
that one catch you sent me a video of his one catch there. I think it was in the fourth quarter. Like, man, that
yep.
was a great throw and a catch that landed right in his breadbasket. But still, to have that defender on your back and make the play, that that's what you want from a receiver.
And that was the play that's basically set up the game-winning field goal.
Okay, yeah, yes,
Um,
it was, yeah, because I watched
and
the whole highlight there at the end.
but yeah, so I mean, hey, it's a win. I'll take it.
Hey, where are both of our teams are 1-4. I'll just talk real quickly about the Dolphins. I really
Hmm.
thought that they could beat the Panthers last week on the road, but the Panthers ended up winning by 3. So, but they are playing against the Chargers this week. And again, like you said, the Chargers have kind of fallen off. The Chargers have lost to both the Giants and Washington, and they're
Hmm.
back in Miami for this one. So this could be one that the Dolphins could pull out, but I just don't know, man. They're allowing a lot of points. I mean, pretty much if you average it out, it's about 30 that they're allowing a game. So I don't know
I
either.
know.
I don't know what needs to change either with the Dolphins. Like, is it a coaching change? I mean, I don't know.
I think. So I like Mike McDaniel,
Me too.
and I saw where they lost the game um, to the Panthers. I think you guys were up 17-0 at one point.
Yeah, I think.
I think, um, and then the Panthers had come back and they won the game.
Hmm.
And I don't know if you saw it or not, but there's like a video of McDaniel walking into like the tunnel to go to the locker room, and just like, dude, it was so sad because like he normally, man, he was like an up and
Hmm.
jumpy kind of guy and funny, quirky's the
Yep.
word I'm
Yep.
looking for. um and it was kind of sad to see that. So I don't know, they say he's on the hot seat. um I would kind of like to see him have another shot at just making changes with the team, doing something different,
Different.
trying a different experiment with the
Hmm.
Dolphins before they would can him.
Yeah.
But I don't know.
But it's rightfully so that he's on the hot seat. I mean, you're one
Hmm.
and four. Again, we have a lot of talent. I mean,
Yeah.
yes, Hill is done for us, but you still have Waddle, and I again, I think that Tua is the type of quarterback that you have to have. You have to have a running game for him to be relevant. Yes, he threw for 256 yards and 3 touchdowns against the Panthers, but literally our highest rusher had 16 yards.
Yeah.
Like, and the Dolphins let the Panthers run all over them too. I mean, I don't know what the total rushing was, but their running back had 206 yards. So really the team had 239. But yeah, we had a total of 19 rushing yards. And like that, you're not going to win games like that. I mean, you can, but it's just not there. But I wish I do too. I like McDaniels. I would love to see him do something to where he can continue. He keeps his job, but starts winning at the same time. But it's rightfully so for him to be on the hot seat when you're starting with a talented team and you're 1-4.
And I mean, with you guys being in that um, division there with the Patriots and the Bills and the Jets,
Mhm.
it's nice to have the Jets in that division, okay, because of how bad
Have
they are. The Patriots have kind of been, since Brady left, they haven't really been able to get or figure anything out. They've been very stale.
yeah.
And Buffalo is going to be, they're good. They're Buffalo, but I feel like Miami should be the second team, like right behind Buffalo, competing for that
That's
division.
that's what I feel like. I mean, I felt like that last year too. I feel like they should have been. I don't know what the standings were last year, but I don't feel like they were that great. You know,
Yeah.
and I'm ready for my team to be that team that's good for a little while. I really, sometimes like you, I think we talked about it, and I think we've even talked about it on the channel. Like, it's hard to continue watching when your team, like you are. I know you're a diehard Titans fan, and I'm a Dolphins fan. I've been a Dolphins fan since I was 6. I don't know how it was then. I picked it because of their colors. That's what
Hmm.
my parents say, and they were playing the Steelers, is what it was. And I have liked them through that all of the the or what is it 1-16 or 0-16 season that we had. Like, I've liked them through the 1,600 quarterbacks that they went through, and it just got to the point where it just like, and then there was this hype around Tua, and it just
You
it's
get
hard.
it's like
It's hard.
you get beat up after a while, man. Like um you get exhausted
Hmm.
is what it is. And yes, I feel the same way when I'm sitting there on Sunday Night Football and hearing how awesome of a coach Mike Vrabel is for upsetting the Bills at home, and I'm just like, yeah, yeah, I know. And then
You guys had
yeah,
them, yeah.
and yeah, and it's like I see that kind of stuff, and it doesn't sit well with me, especially since I am somebody that, I don't live in Tennessee, but I've made multiple trips to go watch them play.
You have.
Uh, and I buy merch. I buy into the Titans. But like I had told you, I haven't for a while
Hmm.
because I just don't feel like they've when it comes to me, and I know I'm just one of many, but they haven't earned it for me.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I'll I'll always watch them and always keep up with them. And I am a diehard, but um, I want to see something different. I think that's where you are too. We just want
Well, and that
to.
is for all of football for me, because even we are both WVU fans, like
Mhm.
hometown, like that, and they have not been very relevant either. So for me, the sport of football, like, it hasn't been what it used to be for me. And it
We
sucks.
were
And
spoiled, man,
we were whenever,
for WVU
yeah, whenever.
growing up, and yep.
And like once we become adults, it's like they just have been so mediocre. And hopefully they can also turn it around, but I know it's not going to happen this season. Hopefully next season we have a better year. But it just, for like when it comes to football, that's why, like, I feel like I haven't really been into football as much as I once was. And I'm trying to get back there. I'm trying to get back there because now I feel like it's more about like different players that you like to watch and everything. And I know that fantasy football has a lot to do with that, where you start watching your favorite players and you want these certain players. But yeah, so I'm getting there. I'm getting there week by week, but it's hard whenever the teams that you like and you really care about deeply, and when they're not doing good, and for a very long time they're not doing good, it's hard to stay interested and invested.
Yeah, and I mean I'll say one last thing about it is like as a fan, to me it feels like football season is one of the longest off seasons.
Mhm.
It probably is. I don't know. But you start to get excited when it comes back around. Yes, I watch the draft the first two nights and get excited, the schedule release, getting
Mhm.
excited. And then when the season gets here, and here we are in October, man, I don't have anything to be excited about with my pro team or my college
Yep.
team.
Yep.
I still like the sport. I like to watch, football, but it's still, man, it just feels different when you're doing good.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
Um,
But all right, everybody. If you can, please give the video a thumbs up. Subscribe if you like the content. Tell us down below what your predictions are, what team you cheer for, any of that. We will interact with you. We'll comment back. But until then, good luck, and we'll see you for the next one.